Hey there YouTubers, it's Fit987 here. We're now going to do a review on the two cases I've got for my iPhone. The two cases I got are the Rocketfish Mobile. It's a make I've never heard of before, but you know, you can't assess how a case is because you've never heard the make before. Now it's just a plastic one with rubber corners that just sits around the side of the iPhone. And the second one I'm reviewing is the Griffin Reveal Etch Graphite case. This one has a back with rubber sides. Okay, so I'll show you me putting it on the phone, and then I'll talk a bit about the case, tell you what I think about it. It's obviously my opinion, how I feel about it. So the way I'm putting these on, I usually put the top in first, like so. Get that all snug in there. Then I just pour the bottom over, like so. Get it into place like that. Ooh, there we go. Right, so that's the first case on. Now, okay. So, to remind you, this is the Rocketfish mobile case. It just protects the sides. Now, I did think originally that it wouldn't protect the front and back at all, which in a sense it doesn't. Then again, in a sense it does, because okay, it only sits around the sides, but you can see that the lip there. Let's make him a. Should come up, but never mind. You can see the lip. So if I put it down on a surface, the screen isn't touching the floor, or the back isn't either. And if I do that, the screen isn't touching the desk at all. Obviously, if you've got something sticking up like a coin or something, it could scratch it. But for me, just putting the phone down like that, it's not going to get hit, banged, or scratched in any shape or form. The sides are actually quite strong. It is plastic. It's rubber around the edges of it. So obviously, when you put it on and off the phone, they don't want you to scratch it. So obviously, thought about that and put rubber on each side there for that. Each bit is actually okay. This is really embarrassing, guys. I'm sorry. I've gone and put the case on the wrong way around, haven't I? I'm sorry. Well, I had to have my first mock-up sooner or later, didn't I? Right, let's try that again. Put it on the right way around this time. I'm sorry about that. There we go, that's better. I thought something wasn't quite right there. There we go. Right, so it's got all your buttons. It's got one cut out for the vibrate button, cut out for your ear jack socket, and then for your speakers and the sync connection and your charging connection. So it's not a bad case, it's pretty hard. If I drop that on its side, I won't be worried at all. But if I dropped it on its back with something spiky on the floor and dropped it like that, obviously it's going to scratch it and mark it. But, okay, well I've talked about the positives anyway, let's talk about the negatives. There's kind of more negatives than positives for me, anyway. I have a friend who has one of these cases, and he absolutely loves it because he can see the back of the case, which I can understand where he's coming from, because that's one shiny ass logo which you do want to see because it's brilliant. You've paid, you know, ridiculous money to have it, so you want to see it. So I can see where he's coming from a point, but me personally, I'm petrified of putting that in my pocket and having a 2p or a penny go and scratch it, or something sharper. Like a pen or something like that. I mean, okay, yeah, you can get back screen protectors, but something could rip into that. So you know, that's one thing that I'm not so happy about, because the last thing I want to do is scratch that back when it's so nice and shiny. Sorry, I told them not to text me, but just text me anyway. Okay. So yeah, that's one downfall from it. The other thing I don't like about this case is the buttons. Now, if I press this button, I'm putting the volume up and down here, you can see. I'm pushing it up, I'm having to push very, very hard to put the volume up and down, which is good in a sense, because you're not going to press it by accident in your pocket. And on and off. Now, I'm having to really push that hard, more than normal. And the main thing I don't like about it is the fact that when you press the button, you don't know you're pressing it. If I'm not looking at the phone and I press these buttons, I can't feel the click of the button pressing or any feedback from it whatsoever. So that's the second major thing that I don't like about this case. It's oops-a-daisy. It's very protective in that on the sides, but for the back and I just can't stand these buttons at all. So for me, that's not really isn't the case for me. I'll obviously keep it. I might be doing some giveaways sooner or later if people like my reviews and my unboxings. I'll keep hold of it. I think I'll do it in a potential giveaway or something. Right, okay, so now I'll do the Griffin Reveal Etch case with the graphite. Very nice finish on the back of it there. Again, I put it in the right way around by just slotting the top in first and then the bottom just clips in, like so. There we go, and it sits in very, very, very nicely. It has the same again, the jack cutout, the vibrate switch cutout, the sync, the speakers, and again it's got the rubber buttons for the power, the volume up and down switch. But the difference is now, I don't know if you can hear this, if I press one of the buttons, I don't know if you can hear that or not. You can hear it there. So when I'm pressing these buttons, I can feel the button actually clicking, so I'm getting feedback which is letting me know that I'm pressing the button without having to look at the screen, so I know it's working. Whereas with this case, if I'm pressing it, I'm not looking at the screen, I don't know whether the button's working or not because I'm having to push that hard. I'm not feeling the click of the button. So, okay, the sides on this aren't as tough as the plastic, it's only rubber. It's not as protective, or if I was to drop it or whatever, but I'm getting a much nicer grip to the phone and a lot better feedback on the buttons. But then again with this, the back is completely protected, and then it's got the camera cut out there. You can hear that. If I drop that, I'm not so bothered because it's got the rubber on the side and it's got the graphite there, so if I put a coin there, drop it on the coin, I'm really not bothered because I know it's going to protect it. But there's one problem to that, I can't see the shiny Apple logo and the shiny lovely back, which I want to see it. I want to see it. Is that so wrong? So yeah, so I mean, it's good because it is protecting the phone, I would say more than this, in a sense. I mean, the sides are only rubber, whereas that's plastic, so that's a lot tougher. So if I drop it on the side from a distance, it's not so bad. But if I were to drop it from, say, here, I wouldn't feel so confident doing that because it's only rubber. I mean, the rubber's good because it completes the finish of the phone, it fits it nicely, and there's no slack around the corners, it's very, very, very snug. But yeah, I mean, the cutouts are perfect, you know, it is a very, 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 very good case, but you're going to call me stupid for this, but I want to see the back of my phone, I want to see the Apple logo, I don't want to hide it. I mean, and it's black and bland as well. I mean, I like colourful things. I mean, you know, I wouldn't go as far as bright pink, but maybe red, but I would like to see that back. But I mean, one thing that surprised me as well, when I had my BlackBerry 8900 I bought cases for that. Every case I bought for it, I bought the OtterBox case for it. There's a video on here somewhere of me doing a review of that and unboxing it. I got screen protectors with it. Well, I've had two cases here that I've opened, and I got diddly squat with it, so I'm quite disappointed with that, because I expected something to replace this monstrosity, which you can see all these bubbles in. I know I might buy another case, or my next case I might buy, might come with one. Fingers crossed, I don't know. But I think I'm going to buy one just in case anyway, because this might be the trend. They might have stopped giving screen protectors with the cases, I don't know. It's something I'll have to wait out and see, but out of the two cases I definitely prefer this case. I think it's protecting a lot more than that one, especially on the back as well. I mean, the graphite is quite a nice trendy look as well. It looks very cool. You see that there. I mean, I've been using it for 5 days. I've got one scratch on it there. There's nothing massive. And the screen protector I got with it has been doing its job in the meantime. Funny story actually. I've been using it for about 5 days, and I thought I've been using it and talking with it, and I thought I had a fault with the phone because the the volume was really low through the earphone. I could barely hear what anyone was saying, and I thought, wait a second, and then I realised that this protector, which is not meant to keep it on it, was covering that. so I got a knife and made a little hole in there, so now I can hear perfectly. So that's just me having yet another blonde moment. But anyway, so that's divulging. But yeah, back to the two. If you're not too fussy and you're not too bothered about seeing the back of your phone, I would definitely recommend the Griffin Reveal Etch case. It's very good. I mean, these were meant to be £20 each, and I paid half price for one of them, so I'd like to think I paid half price for this one, because I seriously don't think that's worth £20. But out of the two, I would definitely recommend this case. I think I've covered everything. Yeah. So my case on it still isn't over, because I mean this is temporarily doing me, but I think I'd like something that maybe I can see the back of the phone. I'll be ordering another case or two in the next couple of days. Comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you think. Again, I'll say it again, any case you can recommend to me, or even tell you what, if there's someone who would like to give this case a try, or wants to do a swap, if you've got a case that's lying about that's different to these two that you're not using, and you like these type of cases and you would like to have it, if you want to do a swap with me or a trade, I'd definitely be up for that. So give me a holler if you want to do that. Yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, tell me what you think. So yeah, I hope everyone's okay and takes care. I'll have another video up soon with another unboxing for a case, and that's fitted out. Thank you very much.